Hi there, Eileen Hutchinson here, and I'm just back for 2026 with my new videos on YouTube just to share with you some updates. And I want to actually start the year, or it's at the end of the year now, we're towards the end of January, but look at some of the best reads that I did in 2025. So again, for those of you new to my channel, you'll know that each month or bi-monthly, I review some books to help you with your interpersonal development in coaching, mentoring, and in leadership. So I have some of the best reads from 2025 that I want to share with you. So just bear with me while I navigate through. So actually, this is the third year of my book club, which has been another enriching journey of learning and facilitating self-discovery for everyone involved. We've explored an eclectic mix of books that have enriched, hopefully, our practice and supported our continuous growth in coaching, mentoring, and leadership development. Today, although a bit late, as I've already said this year, I'm sharing some of the books I've read in 2025. So, whether you're seeking insights into coaching, mentoring, leadership, thought-provoking ideas, or something new to add to your reading list, this review offers something hopefully for you. I'll discuss my favorites, explain why they stood out, and share how they've made a lasting impression on me. So let's settle in to a cozy spot, perhaps with a cup of tea or coffee, and let's delve into the best reads of 2025. So the first book that I'm going to start with is Snakes in Suits by Dr. Paul Babbitt and Dr. Robert D. Haar. So I've started off here that's saying, would a snake wear a nice suit? This provocative question captures the essence of Snakes in Suits. When psychopaths go to work, this is a book that unravels how psychopathic individuals slither into the corporate world and wreak havoc, all while appearing polished, personable, and professional. Have you ever encountered a colleague who appeared charming, confident, and capable, yet left behind a trail of chaos, manipulation, and hurt feelings? If so, then Snakes in Suits might offer the clarity you have been searching for. This book opens with a memorable scene featuring Dave, a smooth-talking, charismatic new hire. As he makes his grand entrance, he dazzles Frank, his unsuspecting colleague, with charm, wit, and seemingly invaluable insights. Dave appears to be the perfect team player, engaging, insightful, and inspiring. But beneath this polished exterior lies a master manipulator whose true intentions will slowly surface. Through a combination of psychological research and real-life case studies, the authors reveal the deceptive tactics employed by these individuals and offer practical strategies to recognize and safeguard oneself from them. So you can read the full review of this book on my website, which is www.eileenhutchinson.com, and that's on my blog page. It's an incredible book, and actually a lot of the people that read the book in the book club with me, we all kind of noticed that we have recognized some psychopaths in the corporate environment. So again, in leadership coaching and mentoring, a great book to read. The next book I'd like to talk to you about is Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, and it is an eye-opening guide to negotiation. So this book offers potent insights into the world of high-stakes hostage negotiations. Drawing on his extensive experience as an FBI negotiator, Voss presents a compelling case for why emotional intelligence, tactical empathy, and psychological strategies are far more effective than traditional win-win bargaining methods. Key themes and insights in the book. So it presents 9 fundamental negotiation principles, supported by real-life antidotes and practical applications. Voss underscores that successful negotiation is not about compromise, but rather about comprehending human nature, interpreting emotions, and strategically steering conversations. One of the book's most valuable takeaways for me is the concept of tactical empathy, which involves a deep understanding of the other party's perspective to build rapport and gain influence. Voss also emphasizes the importance of mirroring, collaborated questions, and labeling emotions to create trust and facilitate discussions. Again, you can read the full review of this book on my website, or again, I have done a YouTube video on this book. It's an incredible book that I keep on going back to time and time again, particularly around tactical empathy. So again, in leadership, coaching, or mentoring, it's a brilliant book with regards to how we can actually develop tactical empathy and how we can actually start and help people to label their emotions and create trust while facilitating powerful discussions. The next book is The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, Lessons in Leadership and Human Connection by Patrick Lenosi. The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team impressed me by its simplicity and depth. Although written as a leadership fable, the story depicts the fundamental human dynamics within teams, the unseen tensions, the importance of trust, and the courage needed to lead with authenticity. At its core, Leone's model emphasizes 5 interconnected dysfunctions that can weaken a team's effectiveness. So he talks about 1, absence of trust. So when team members are unwilling to be vulnerable, they hide mistakes and weaknesses, preventing real collaboration. 2, fear of conflict. Without trust, teams avoid healthy debate and difficult conversations, leading to artificial harmony. 3, lack of commitment. When issues aren't openly discussed, people fail to buy into decisions, even if they nod along in meetings. And I'm sure we've all been in those kind of meetings. Avoidance of accountability. Without clear commitment, team members hesitate to hold one another accountable, allowing standards to slip. 5, inattention to results. When personal status or ego outweighs collective goals, performance and purpose suffer. So again, you can read the full review on my blog page, again, www.eileenhutchinson.com blog page. But I really liked this book, and I've kind of really embraced the book and the 5 effectiveness with regards to what he talks about the model. And I've incorporated those on the blog on my website and expanded a little bit more with regards to how we can support people, either coaching them or leading people with regards to helping teams grow and develop. So visit the blog page, because I think you'll find that really interesting with regards to this particular book. However, I really suggest that you get the book and read it. The next book is Humble Inquiry by Edgar H. Schein. In leadership and coaching, I say the ability to listen deeply and ask thoughtful questions often carries more weight than providing the right answers. Schein's influential book, Humble Inquiry, The Gentle Art of Asking Instead of Telling, shines a light on why asking is more powerful than telling, and how leaders and coaches can use curiosity to strengthen relationships, build trust, and enable growth. So again, if any of you have trained with me or have coached with me, you know that I like curiosity, again, along with provocative coaching as well, because it does strengthen relationships, it does build trust, and ultimately it enables growth for everybody involved. So why humble inquiry? So Schein defines humble inquiry as the art of asking questions to which you do not already know the answer. In a spirit of genuine curiosity, it is about creating a space where the other person feels safe to share openly. Rather than rushing to give advice or impose solutions, humble inquiry encourages us to slow down, listen, and invite others to think more deeply for themselves. This approach is particularly relevant in coaching and executive leadership. When leaders stop telling and start asking, they empower others to reflect, take ownership, and develop their own solutions. Again, you can read the full blog on my website. And again, for any of you that have done executive coaching with me or trained with me via my company, Coaching Academy, you will absolutely know that this approach really works in executive and senior management leadership. So a brilliant book for you to read, not only kind of for leading, but also if you want to coach or mentor individuals. The next book is Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, and this offers a thought-provoking exploration of what distinguishes great leaders and organizations. The book emphasizes a simple yet powerful idea. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Sinek argues that inspiring individuals and companies communicate from the inside out, beginning with their why, their purpose, cause or belief before addressing how and what they do. Key insights from this book were the Golden Circle, where Sinek introduces the concept of the Golden Circle, which consists of 3 layers: why, how, and what. Most organizations operate from the outside in, focusing on what they do and how they do it. However, truly influential leaders and companies start with why, their core purpose before expanding outward. Inspired leadership. So the book highlights how visionary leaders such as Martin Luther King, Steve Jobs, and the Wright brothers inspired movements by leading with a clear and compelling reason for their actions. Sinek emphasizes that people are drawn to leaders who align with their true values and beliefs. Again, you can read the blog on my website. And this book I recommend actually in a lot of my level 5 leadership programs, either ILM or CMI. So again, a very good book to read, to have kind of in your toolkit with regards to leadership. But again, for coaches and mentors, when you're coaching and mentoring leaders, again, it can, really help to read this book to kind of think about, okay, asking or using the Golden Circle when you're actually coaching or mentoring individuals. Then this book is called The Courage to Be Disliked. And I'm never going to be able to say both of their names, but you've got them up here on the screen. As you know, I do sometimes get a little bit tongue-tied, and that's a little bit down to my dyslexia when I'm talking. And my brain kind of goes quicker and my mouth has to catch up, so please bear with me. However, The Courage to Be Disliked is a transformative and thought-provoking book that explores the ideas of Alfred Adler, the influential Australian psychologist. It is structured as a philosophical dialogue between a young man seeking answers to life's big questions and a wise philosopher who presents Adler's principles as the keys to unlocking happiness and fulfillment. At its core, The Courage to Be Disliked explores the themes of self-empowerment, personal responsibility, and the courage to live authentically without being shackled by the expectations or judgments of others. The book is divided into several chapters, each addressing critical issues like self-acceptance, the meaning of life, and the illusion of past trauma. There is an overview of some of the ideas, which you can read again on my blog page for the book, but it is a really lovely book to have. And from this book, I liked it and enjoyed it so much and shared it with some of my clients as well on integrative coaching that I actually then moved on to read The Courage to Be Happy. So again, by the same authors, and The Courage to Be Happy presents profound insights into living life courageously and finding happiness along the way. It has already sold more than 1 million copies in Japan and is the sequel to The Courage to Be Disliked, which has changed lives across the globe as an international best-selling sensation. As in The Courage to be Disliked, we follow a Socratic dialogue between a philosopher and a young man. The philosopher believes that the key to a life of happiness and fulfillment is offered to us by the theories of Alfred Adler, a forgotten giant in the 19th century psychology who has long been overshadowed by his two contemporaries, Freud and Jung. The young man is full of doubt that life can be generally improved by simply changing his thinking. Patiently, the philosopher explains the essence of Adler's psychology of courage, taking the young man through the mental steps necessary to achieve it, and demonstrating to the young man and to us the changes this psychology will bring to the way we live our lives. This is a work that is truly life-changing in its power and universally applicable in its scope. So again, you can read the blog on my website page as well, www.eileenhutchinson.com blog page. So they are just kind of 7 books that I've picked from 2025 just to share with you. I will be doing a lot more kind of reading and suggesting books throughout 2026. So please stay tuned and we can kind of, read those books together if you so wish. One of the things I do say for any of you with regards to developing is kind of to think about using the Gibbs reflective cycle when you've read a book. And here we kind of say, think about your favorite part of the book and how it made you feel, both comfortable or uncomfortable. And then you've got the description, so what happened, feelings, what were you thinking and feeling, then the evaluation, what was good, bad about the experience of the book, descriptions, what sense can you make of the situation, conclusion, what else could you have done, and then action plan. If it arose again, what would you do? A lot of the books that I share with you, when we go through this, we can refer it to our own development, our leadership and our coaching. So this is a great tool with regards to help you with your CPD, continuous personal development. Then I say to people, okay, then think of what fresh insights have you gained and make notes of those as well in your journal or on your CPD plan. And lastly, how would you summarize your learnings? For me, life is all about learning. Everything we do, everything teaches us something, even by me sharing with you that I get tongue-tied sometimes, which is linked to some of my dyslexia because I'm a very fast thinker. So I'm always thinking ahead and I'm very creative. So again, sharing some of my vulnerabilities. Nobody is perfect. We all have something and that's okay. I don't think the perfect human being will ever exist, and they certainly don't exist now. So that really is the best book so far for me of 2025. And again, if you've liked this video, again, you can go to my website and have a look at the books and resources there. So I'm just going to stop sharing and just say thank you all for tuning in and watching, and look forward to 2026. And again, stay tuned with regards to the books I'll be sharing with you in the coming months. Thank you. Bye-bye.